Back to throw. Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, we got to get the stop here, D.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Coming out to you. 10's a Mike. Pilot, 64, weak. Quiet, D, we're pretty quiet. Mike 10.
2nd and 1. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively, that's Devin Bush making the play. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here.
10's the mic. 10's the mic. 6-6. Pull it high. Check 4. Check 4. Back, back, back. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Hey, high 7. Go.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lawrence. Buying time to his left. He's going to look deep for more. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. The try here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Great 15, great 15.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing his wins. Stepping up, he's going to... And a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. 5.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is...
This is caught at the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Lefty, lefty.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now Saquon Barkley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On play action, Wentz. He'll buy some time right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Yo, go, go. Check. Hey, wahoo. Mike team on here, guys, Mike team. Keep it up, defense, keep it up, guys. 10's the mic, 10's the mic. Here we go. Hey, seam 6. Big grip.
To throw again, Lawrence. And he comes back with 1 complete. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. From Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40.
Switch. Bravo. Mike team on here, guys. Mike team. Hey, defense, let's go.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. That's taken in by Callaway. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Mike 10. Check tight. Check tight. I got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Now. Mine. Smooth. 10's the mic. Hey, pick your game up. Mike 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Charlie.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Check 55, Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. To return is Taylor. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Okay, ready? Springstone, travel. Hey! High 7. Check. 4 down. 10's the mic. I'm coming. Mike 10. Go. 10, Mike 10. It's coming this way. Here we go. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
10's the mic. 10's the mic. Try to do better. Come on, QB. Come on. Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10.
Hey, Haywood. Fight.
From the gun, Lawrence steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Down. Turn 2 soft. Hey, exit.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10. Crunch time, defense. They got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. So don't say nothing. 10's the mic. 10's the mic. Here we go.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So it's halftime here on Sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Ed Oliver, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 29. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Play action. Now Wentz. Lets it fly for Thielen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And some room to work. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run it again with Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. Wentz now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38.
Go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Alert 3.
Go.
And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. 30. 20. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on first is Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Gets past one man.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey.
Go get him! 10's the mic. 10's the mic. Let's go.
Bravo.
Let's go, defense.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
132 fighter. 5.
From the gun, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. Wentz now 9 of 17 through the air. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 16-yard touchdown run. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is caught. He hits more. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, Charlie.
Check three.
Go on. Hey, high 7. Hit it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Go. Hey, Sam off. Look at me. Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Squeeze. Hey, Delta.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Devin Bush in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. But here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, You can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask certainly helps things as they'll start up past the 30 on first down. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title.